怪人と貴様清き豪華に巻かれよ。燃え尽きよ。
Hi Koonies, welcome back to Koon's channel. There are a lot of players asking me to explain the damage cap in Granblue Fantasy. They want to know whether they are already hitting the damage cap, how to improve their damage output, and most importantly, how to go beyond the damage cap. Basically, when you reach 449k damage per hit and find it difficult to improve your damage output, you know you're already hitting the damage cap. This is a very important number, but why this figure and how do we improve further? Together, we'll find out all the answer in this video. We'll talk about the extremely complicated damage cap system in Granblue Fantasy in a very simple way. I'm going to show you the mechanism of damage cap in the game, and I will also help you to form a better weaponry so that you could deal more damage compared with your friends. Let's go. Before we continue to discuss our weaponry, we must first understand the mechanism of damage cap in Granblue Fantasy. The reason why we have damage cap in Granblue Fantasy is because side games doesn't want us to abuse the damage calculation formula and balance in the game. If you want to know more about the stories behind the implementation of damage cap, you can always refer back to one of my videos where we talk about the histories and the changes in Granblue Fantasy. Second, the damage cap in Granblue Fantasy is actually a soft cap. So what is a soft cap? How is it different from the damage cap we normally see in other games? Well, the mechanism of soft damage cap in Granblue Fantasy goes like this. Every time when you make a strike, the calculation of damage will be divided into 5 stages. You may also call them sections, intervals, or whatever you want. Let's say if you are able to deal 1 million damage per hit, your first 300k damage will be 100% effective. That means no penalty for your damage at all. However, starting from the second stage, you will suffer 20%, 40%, 95% and 99% penalty subsequently for every 100k damage made. So you can only deal a maximum total of 449k damage no matter how strong or powerful is your weaponry. Fortunately, the good news is there are several ways for us to go beyond this soft cap. We will explore the secrets to break this limit in the next section of this video. So how do we increase our damage cap and deal more damage in Granblue Fantasy? We will start the discussion with weapons. First, craft yourself a seraphic weapon. Seraphic weapons are purposely designed to cater to the implementation of damage cap mechanism. They can offer you a 23% boost to your final damage when you have the elemental advantage. But wait, what is final damage and how it is related to damage cap? To put it easier to understand, the concept and calculation of final damage are exactly the same with the normal damage cap we all know. The only difference is that it only works towards the weaker element. If you are fighting an off-element boss, this skill is not going to work. The reason why we have this special term, final damage, is to differentiate its nature from other skills that increase your damage cap. The details of seraphic weapons have been included in one of my old videos. You can refer to that if you want to know more about these weapons. Second, the damage cap bonus you can receive from your weapon grid is 20%, so you need to collect any weapons with skills to improve your damage cap. This includes certain beast weapons, epic weapons, cosmos weapons, gacha weapons, and of course the superlative weapons or moon weapons. Since the maximum total of damage cap bonus is 20%, you only need about 2 to 3 weapons with damage cap bonus in your weapon grid to make it work. The most common combination is beast weapon plus a cosmos weapon and a gacha weapon. Beast weapons usually give us a 7% damage cap bonus. Gacha weapons like Taminsari, Meta Destroyer, Gundam Great Sword Extra also provide us a 7% bonus. Cosmos weapon can provide us up to 10% bonus, but it is not that practical to build a weapon grid with same type of weapon most of the time, so we usually combine Cosmos weapon with a Beast weapon and a Gacha weapon. Another combination is the very infamous Highlander grid, because the Scarce of Dominion provides a 10% damage cap bonus as long as all the weapons in your weapon grid are different, so it is a very useful weapon for you to easily create a mix and match low cost yet powerful weapon grid. Besides, Ultima and Dark Opus weapons can also boost one full attack damage cap by 10%, but their effects do not stack. If you are putting Ultima and Dark Opus in the same grid, please make sure they carry the different skill. However, please be reminded that the maximum bonus for damage cap is only 20% from your weapon grid, so it is better for you to plan carefully before you uncap a gacha weapon to increase your damage cap, because anything go beyond 20% is wasted. Other than weapons, we can further increase our damage cap by using summons. Just like seraphic weapons, certain Arcane summons are able to boost the final damage by 10% when you have the elemental advantage. That's why Arcane is important and you don't want to waste your daily ticket. Meanwhile, we also have Primach summons to boost your damage cap. If you read the descriptions of their sub-aura carefully, unlike Arcane summons, they boost the damage cap of our allies directly, instead of amplifying their final damage, so Primach summons are able to work against all elements. However, you can only obtain these summons through gacha, so it is better for you to save up your crystals, sunlight stones, and plan for your spark. Apart from boosting your damage cap, you can also increase the damage output by investing in skills, characters, weapons, or summons with supplementary damage bonus. Hollow Sky weapons, some class weapons, Xeno weapons, Moon weapons, or even weapons from Proving Ground can provide you with extra damage regardless of your damage cap. There are also a great number of characters who are capable to offer you additional damage. You can try to put them in your team to see how well it goes. Meanwhile, there are also summons which come with supplementary damage bonus such as Belier and Rose Queen. You can even use classes like Lumberjack, Berserker, or Tormentor to boost your attack and damage cap. Your rank is also important when it comes to damage cap, because the higher your rank, the more EMP you can unlock, and it makes a great difference in the overall damage output. I would say there are unlimited combinations to improve your damage output, so try to be creative, innovative with your team composition, and don't feel inferior even if you don't have the resources to go beyond the soft cap, because everyone will reach this point sooner or later as long as they keep playing. Last but not least, if you have any question to ask or any tips related to damage cap you would like to share with players from all over the world, feel free to leave a message in the comment section below. Like this video if you like, and don't forget to subscribe to Koon's channel, because every video in this channel is specially made for you. Know your game, know yourself, and play like a pro. I will see you again in the next video. Ciao.
シリウスロー
はっはっ燃え尽きよ
金が死んでちゃ絶風よさあ我が相手になって楽しいじゃん
困難は魂の修行と心得よはっはっ
天津の刃